Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, what's going on? Haven't done a video in a while. Um, Before I start, shit, I haven't done a video in like what, 2 months, 3 months? I don't know. Crazy. My last video actually has like 500, 600 views for some reason. Holy shit. How am I that popular? I'm a jackass. I'm a fucking nobody. I don't, I'd be happy with like 10 views, but cool, whatever. People are listening to me, kind of. Whatever. That's cool, man. But before I start, I want to say that I know my videos can be very fucking long and fucking boring, as it's just me expressing myself, blowing off steam, making a decent point here or two. Sometimes I'll straight up lie and actually not know what the fuck I'm talking about. I like to think that that's kind of rare, but hey, nobody's perfect. I fuck up sometimes, so sometimes I'll say something that's incorrect or misleading or partially incorrect or half true or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you're actually gonna sit here and watch my bitch ass video here, which is probably gonna be like 2 hours, unfortunately, because I got a lot of fucking shit I want to say. If you're actually gonna sit there and watch this video, listen to this video, because let's get real, it's 99% me talking and not even 1%, I think, visual. So you're just hearing me, basically, okay? So if you're going to actually sit here for a couple hours listening to my dumbass, then, uh, you know, um, I recommend doing it, listening to me while doing something productive. I don't know, like the laundry or the dishes. I don't fucking know. You know, I'm just saying. I think that's the best way to go. Anyways, so yeah, my recording equipment, my Hauppauge PVR, that's what it's called, right? The Hauppauge HD PVR, personal video recorder. Uh, it's turned to shit. Yeah, it's gone to shit on me, and it was already kind of going to shit. Like the connectivity just kept on getting crappier and crappier. And well, recently I just couldn't fucking get it to work for shit. I noticed like I would have to like warm it up a little bit, like leave it on and turn it on and off and kind of get it going, get its mojo going for the day. But that really wasn't cutting it. I think the thing's fucking dead. I need to throw it in the trash. Cost me $50 like 3 years ago, roughly. I think I got my money's worth. Fucking piece of shit broke though, but whatever. So anyway, I'm recording this video with a fucking Logitech webcam that I got, um, that I use for Skyping and other stupid goofy shit that I like to do. So I'm trying this right now. Good news and bad news. The good news is I think you can hear me a little bit better. Maybe, I could be wrong. I don't know. This is the first time I'm fucking doing this shit. I did a few test videos. It sounded okay to me, but you never know. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Bad news is I can't really show you silly Halo Reach gameplay anymore because that thing is how I recorded. I guess I could just point the webcam at the TV and record it that way, but the sound and visuals is not as good, of course, and it's kind of ghetto, and I don't really care that much. So yeah, I can't really upload my Reach gameplay, not until I, get my shit fixed, but I might not even fucking bother with that because I just kind of don't give a crap anymore. I've already uploaded my best Halo Reach clips, basically, so we'll see. No promises, though. So anyway, we'll try this way of recording from now on, I guess. I don't really care that much. You can tell that I'm clearly obsessed with high quality video recording techniques, right? because I'm clearly the master of high quality video making. Anyway, yeah, you guys got to forgive me if the sound is like fucked up or whatever, because it sucks. I have a bunch of Bluetooth headsets, and I've tried them all out. I've linked them to this recording webcam, you know, and they sounded choppy and kind of shitty, and like, you know, I also noticed I had more of a robot voice than usual, like when I recorded with the fucking Xbox voice chat thing or whatever. So anyway, um, but the webcam itself has speakers built into it. But here's the thing, they only register my voice if I'm like 3 feet away from it. That's why the camera is pointing at the ceiling or the wall right now, on top of my computer, and I'm sitting in front of the computer right now. So I'm literally like 2 feet away from the webcam. So I hope you guys can hear me good. I don't know. But yeah, can you guys tell that I'm still making shit quality videos? um, I swear to God, the only thing I've shown you guys that I'm good at is my goofy Halo Reach gameplay, of course. And, you know, sometimes I make a decent point or two about the corporate greed problems and the greedy corporate gaming industry world and all that shit. So, you know, if you like that about me, and well, that's cool, then you'd probably dig my channel, because it's mostly just that, me bitching about corporate horse shit in gaming, and talking about and showing the good old Halo days. That's basically all this channel is. Sorry guys, I'm not good at talking a lot. So I'm drinking my thermo flask here. This thing's badass. I highly recommend everyone own these and drink the fuck out of them. These are really good. Yep, I even got a white one. Definitely not racist over here. Got a white one and a black one. I also got a red one and a blue one that I take to work, and I got a green one that stays downstairs. These two stay upstairs. Anyway, yeah, and I got my brother some purple ones. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh my goodness. What the fuck was I trying to say? Oh man, I gotta take a whiz. Fuck. Anyway, I wanted to say I've been getting subs on my channel. Like about 3 months ago, I had like about 15 less subs than I do now. So I haven't like really uploaded anything recently, and I've been steadily gaining subs for some reason. Which is weird, because usually whenever I upload a video, I have one or two people get offended or something, and then they unsub. So it's almost like I'm more likable whenever I'm shutting the fuck up, basically. So that's good to know. But whatever. The truth is, I'm just pretty lazy about uploading, and in my defense, to be fair, I'm also pretty fucking busy, especially around November and December. I work like 12-hour days, so, you know, I become like this zombie slave to my job. It's totally fucked up. But yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't like to rant every once in a while, which is what I'm doing right now. You know, to bitch, to complain, to make good points, to express myself. And like I said earlier, sometimes I'm wrong, and I might make a shit point here and there. But hey, you know, nobody's perfect, and if I do fuck up like that, well, you know, I guess I'm sorry without even knowing why. Okay, I'm sorry, whatever. But it's important to know and know why, and to learn from your mistakes and all that shit. So hence the journey that is known as life, blah, blah, blah. Insert philosophical mumbo jumbo that's probably good advice, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so yeah, guys, this time I'm going to talk about a bunch of crap. yet again, as usual in these long-ass 2 to 3 hour videos that I do. But this time I'm going to try to make it more organized. My buddy Jimmy Stangl, he complained that I'm all over the place. And I'm not going to argue. I mean, he's fucking right. I am. So this time I'm going to try to put time stamps in the description. Yeah. And I'll start this video by listing things that I want to talk about. Sure. Okay. I'm fucking horrible at organization, so I'm bound to fuck this up. But I'll give it a shot. Shit, I might completely forget to do timestamps completely like an asshole. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But anyway, before I start, I want to say some stuff to some people to, you know, help them get less pissed off at me otherwise, I hope. I don't know. See, I care about your feelings, okay, guys? I do. I have feelings myself. I'm a pretty emotional person. I've been known to get carried away with my emotions, especially in the past, you know. Lots of us have this problem, and in turn, we end up saying things we don't really mean a lot of the time, at least not fully, or sometimes we don't mean it at all. But yeah, one of my favorite breadtubey people is Sean, aka British Skull. Really cool guy and really nice guy. And I saw him on the stream recently admitting he's on Twitch sometimes, you know. He plays that PUBG game. I don't know why that game is whatever. You know, I try not to judge people for their gaming taste too much anymore, because a lot of your taste in games is very opinion based. You know, there's facts too that you got to factor in. It's complicated. It's complicated. So yeah, I don't approve of him playing that game, but he's still a smart guy, a really nice guy, a really cool dude, and I think he's aware of the flaws in these online-only type microtransaction, free-to-play fucking type games, but I don't know. Everybody's different, and over time I've been learning to be less judging and, you know, more open-minded and stuff, so if Sean likes to play that microtransaction game, then whatever. I don't know. I can't say too much. I don't know too much about PUBG. It looks pretty boring for the most part, but maybe that's what some people like about it. I don't know. You just kind of sit around and chill, and it's really slow paced, and you never really get to kill anybody. Like sometimes in PUBG, you wait like close to like 10 or 15 minutes before you kill anybody sometimes. No, I don't know if it's that long. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it feels that way. I don't know. I'm just more into the faster paced kind of games and shit. So I don't know. But maybe it just depends on your mood. So I don't want to get too judgmental of what kinds of games people like to play. You know, like some people really like sports games. I fucking can't stand that shit. You know, but whatever. Everyone's different. It's just frustrating because, you know, microtransactions are a thing, and it's a clear greed thing from the developers a lot of the time, and at that point sometimes you have a fanboy defending the shit out of the game, but it's like impossible to defend because that's some seriously evil, greedy shit that they're pulling there. And whenever the fanboy who likes the game, he likes the game so much that he's willing to forgive the greedy microtransactions to the point where he basically creates an alternate reality in his own head that this greedy feature in the game doesn't exist. These microtransactions don't exist to him. That's the kind of person you deal with sometimes. And it's kind of frustrating because they're ignoring reality, and it's pretty impossible to get through to somebody who lives in their own fantasy world. Cuckoo caca land over here. So, yeah. I'm trying not to be such a dickhead anymore. So it's difficult, okay? I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, but I was just using Sean as an example. I saw him on a stream recently, and he was talking about how the UK election results were going to make him so upset that he would get drunk and start saying things like, death to the human race, we're all monsters who need to die and be replaced by whatever comes after us, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't really mean that, but, he's fucking pissed. And he should be. His fucking country is losing their fucking minds over there. Jesus Christ. Although, to be fair, over here in America, we're fucking nuts too, so. There's a lot of crazy people in the UK and the US. My God. Whatever, though. What was I going to say? But yeah, sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes we cross the line. Sometimes our thoughts change when we learn more things and get older. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay. What are you going to do? I know some folks can't wait to tell me to shut the fuck up, to go kill myself. Nobody cares what I think, etc., etc. Nice stuff. But let's get real here. Let's get real. We know you guys don't really mean those things, and you're just angry in the moment. Happens to all of us. So let's all just get pissed and fucking take our anger out and forget all this horse shit, and let's just, stop getting so pissy. Just let it all out, man. And then it's all gone. And now we're chill. And we're just going to talk about games and shit. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, sorry guys if I sound kind of weird. It is late and I have to work tomorrow. And I did hang out with my brother's buddy tonight. And yeah, I was pretty tired already. So now I'm just extra tired. So forgive me for just being weird and crazy as usual. Maybe more so than usual. Anyway, I organized this video's timestamps just for you guys. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Like I said, I'm horrible at being organized. So yeah, I'll start the video with me trying to be nice to the 343 fanboy types. Keyword, try. Then I'm going to talk about looking back on this year in terms of what it offered in terms of gaming. Yeah, how good the year was for gaming. Then I'm going to talk about the Game Awards. Then I'm going to talk about the new Xbox model. Then I'm going to talk about Crap Division with From Software. Then I'm going to talk about EA with Respawn Entertainment. Then I'm going to talk about Microsoft with 343 and Halo Reach being on the MCC for the Xbox One and PC. Then I'm going to talk about the best games to play on the Xbox One. Then I'm going to talk about some Call of Duty fucked up bullshit. Then I'm going to talk about some personal stuff regarding elitist gamers and what an elitist gamer is and why it's not good to be one of those kinds of gamers. Then I'm going to talk about how I unsubbed from crowbcat. I think the guy's kind of a piece of shit now. Then I'm going to talk about some shows, then some movies, then the Star Wars movie. Then I'm going to make fun of the alt-right a good bit because, of course, fuck them. A lot of them are Nazis. A lot of them are Nazi bootlickers, so fuck them. Then I might fuck around on guitar for a few minutes, and then I'll tell you some personal shit that you guys probably don't give a fuck about, but whatever. And then some final thoughts and whatnot. And maybe since I'm disorganized, I'll talk about other shit, or maybe I'll just trail off completely like a total jackass. I don't know. Hopefully this video is recording good. I don't know. What's the camera pointed at? Oh yeah, my Secret of Mana poster there, and yeah, there's a big scary panther. Yep. My dad had that fucking thing, and now I have it. It creeps me the fuck out. And some Skyrim shit. That looked cool. Some Goofy Simpsons poster. Got the box for my modded SNES minis. Fucking awesome. And then I got this Futurama Chrono Trigger crossover looking thing. It's fucking stupid, but also, admit it, it's cool. So yeah, that's what's going on here. So anyway, let's start talking about what I just summed up. So yeah, what I'm about to say in this video is mostly my opinion and some facts too. I'd like to think that my opinions are mostly reasonable for the most part though, you know? So you won't hear me saying anything like, let's kill off all the 343 fanboys or anything extreme like that, you know? Like, that's a little too much. I might also say some things that are simply untrue because I might have been misinformed or maybe I said information has changed ever since. If so, I apologize in advance. All right, nitpickers, okay, sorry. I know in the past I probably said something along those lines in a kidding sort of way, especially when I was more reckless and idiotic, but you know, now I'm trying to be better than my older self a few years ago when I was newer to this video making crap and online gaming communities and stuff. So if I've offended, then I'm sorry. Please remember that I could be wrong. Please remember that you could be making a good point. And if that's the case, then cool, sure, whatever, you know. I'm doing this video to express myself, to talk to some pals, you know, to blow off some steam. Not trying to ruin your fucking life or make you super fucking pissed off at me with this video, okay? And if I have done that in the past, I'm sorry. And like I said, I'm trying to be a better person, not looking to start fights or pointless angry arguments. I know I kind of used to do that shit, but not so much anymore. I'm trying to be better about that sort of thing, okay? That being said, I know sometimes fights happen anyways, and you can't really ignore that shit sometimes. In which case, at that point, it's best to make the fight end quickly and as painlessly as possible. No need for drama that just wastes time. AOC is right. That woman is fucking smart. She knows her shit. Take her advice on this issue. So yeah, sorry if I've been an unreasonable shitbag in the past, okay? I know I have been to a degree. Not as bad as some of the gamer-gating Nazi bootlicker types out there, of course, but you know what I mean. I used to go to 343 fanboy type channels like Late Night Gaming, Halo Xperia, Actman, Kevin Cool, you know. And I used to go there and just poke fun at all the 343 fanboys, you know, and you know, like, don't get me wrong, I have a point in standing up against microtransaction games and the people that support those shady business models. But being a gigantic dick to those people is no way to get them to listen to me and second guess the quality of the 343 Halo games. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of these guys aren't going to listen anyway. They're dumb kids and shit, and a lot of them are giant assholes. You know, bigger assholes than I could ever be, so a lot of them won't ever listen to reason, you know. But, yeah, as far as being a dick to them, I'm trying to avoid doing that now. Besides, I've made my point. Many people already have. Most people have. Let's get real, guys. Most Halo fans are mostly disappointed with 343's work over the past decade. At least it feels that way, right? I mean, so there's no need for me to rub salt in the wounds of the 343 fanboys, okay? Former fans showing proof that they have largely abandoned Halo is proof enough that 343 has mostly let down the fans. Or has it? Interesting question, right? See, popularity doesn't always determine how good something is. Right? I mean, some games were very unpopular, but were actually pretty good. Other games are super popular and are kind of shit or mediocre, like Call of Duty, you know? But there's this one game called Grim Fandango. It's a 98 game. It's kind of an indie game. It's wacky. It's weird. It's trippy. It's kind of unique. It's kind of a badass, really cool fucking game, actually. Guess what? Most people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So popularity doesn't always determine how good something is, right? You know? It's true. Batman v Superman was fairly popular. Not as popular as it should have been, but fairly popular enough. And that movie is so bad. And I really like Batman and Superman, the comic book characters. And to see them portrayed so shitty, it makes me feel like it's the worst movie ever made. Even though it's probably not, but God, that's how I feel. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that. What the fuck was I talking about? So, I was lost in my train of thought. What was I trying to say? Right. Anyway, that being said, 343 does get more anger directed to them, more so than Bungie was when they were running the show for Halo back in the day, you know? So clearly there's something to that, you know? Sure, the 343 fanboys are largely just dumb kids who aren't even close to their 20s yet. They're stupid kids. They're supposed to be kind of dumb at that age, you know? We were all there once too. Like I just turned 33, you know, so getting up there. But whenever I look back and think, you know, like to my teenager years, I was like, wow, I was fucking dumb, you know. So you know, it's kind of cruel and childish to be such an asshole to a lot of these 343 fanboys because a lot of them are just dumb kids, you know, like. So for me to be a dick to these dumb kids, it's just kind of shitty childish asshole behavior, you know? So I'm trying to be more forgiving and more understanding. They like the 343 Halo games. I don't because they tend to be wallet rape type games and I don't prefer the gameplay compared to the way Bungie did things, you know? And they also, 343 lies in advertising, you know? They have an online only focus. The microtransactions, I can't stress that enough. It's mostly designed to suck up your hard-earned cash before giving you a decent video game. Like, that's pretty much the truth here, you know? I know opinions factor in, but so do facts. So it's complicated, but it does... it's hard to talk about. There's a lot of factors, and there's a lot of emotions, and these factors and emotions are largely saying that 343 sucks ass with this franchise, you know? So that's a thing. They do have some fans, though, but they have a lot of haters. I'm sort of one of them, you know? Although hate is a strong word. I try not to use that. Dislike, I find them quite hilarious in their pathetic endeavors, 343. But anyway, so what was I saying? I was going to also say that I know a lot of the fanboys have their moms and dads pay for all their gaming habits. So, you know, the fucking microtransactions doesn't really factor in for these kids, you know? But it doesn't change the fact that these companies are being greedy. I mean, come on, you know? Like, there comes a point where you have to drop the opinion shit. Well, you know, you'll see a fanboy from time to time say something like, well, in my opinion, they're charging just fine. Even though, like, the game in question is very, very fucking similar to a game that released, like, 1 or 2 years ago. It's hardly any different, except this one has a million fucking microtransactions and costs way fucking more overall. And it's just like, when you make these comparisons, you can clearly fucking see that with the one product, they gave you way more and it cost you less. And then with this other product, they gave you less and it cost you more. That is a fact that you can't fucking argue, you know, against. So, I don't know, man. sorry, I'm trailing off here. Um, so with 343 fanboy types, we just have to disagree, I guess. My stance is fuck microtransaction games. If you're into games like this, then fine. I'm starting to see why a lot of folks are into these kinds of games. To the casual gamer, they're often just a free-to-play, quick game that costs nothing at first, that they can easily get on like their tablet or phone and play whenever they want and anytime they want, wherever they are. All the cool kids are into it, so if you want to fit in, that's the kind of game a lot of kids these days are attracted to. Many of these games today have pretty decent controls, online services, fast load times, decent visuals. And since fun is an opinion-based thing to a large degree, some find Fortnite and Apex Legends fun, actually. I don't, really. I find the games mostly mediocre or garbage, but whatever. Who am I to judge? Everybody's different. I guess I just have problems with the greedy companies getting away with some serious fucking bullshit. That's where I step in and put my foot down. I mean, let's get real. Remember when you would play a fighting game back in the day and you would unlock the secret characters and outfits simply by playing the fucking game and completing challenges, and that stuff came with the fucking game and you just unlocked it by playing and getting good, you know? But today, with a lot of these microtransaction games, you just pull out a fucking credit card, spend a few extra dollars, and get some fucking cheat codes, basically. I remember games would come with passwords and a cheat code menu. Remember the Konami code? Huh? You guys old enough to remember that kind of shit? Yeah. Well, fucking now it's just like you just pay for all that extra advantage crap. So I'm just saying it's sort of a thing, and it sort of sucks balls. That's all. But yeah, yeah. Don't you guys think that's fucked up? Are you guys old enough to remember the good old days in the 90s and 2000s, when gaming hadn't been super corporately ass raped? Although, to be fair, um, granted, not all games that come out today are wallet rapey type horseshit games, like the new God of War. Believe it or not, that Sekiro Shadows Die Twice isn't a wallet rape game, even though Crap Division's name is on the box. Mind-boggling, I know. Um, Breath of the Wild, Witcher 3, these games are pretty good and they don't fucking wallet rape you. Yeah, so not everything about gaming that's new today is a cash pit designed to fuck your willpower to 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 bring out your gambling urges. Yeah, because let's get real here. The loot box shit, it's basically gambling, and since a lot of little kids play these games, it's kind of like sort of underage child gambling, which is like super illegal, but I guess it's kind of not because it's video games and not a casino, even though the result is the same. People having problems controlling their addiction to gambling, and this shit gets deep. It's complicated in a lot of ways. I know people don't like to hear that because people like things to be black and white. People like things to be easily explained a lot of the time, but fucking frustrating. A lot of the time shit's fucking frustrating and you can't figure it out too easily or completely. But anyway, so I'm sorry if I come off as authoritarian or a know-it-all. I just don't want my fellow gamers being financially suckered, that's all. Even though many of my fellow gamers are major alt-right assholes who suck shit through a fucking crazy straw. But I want what's best for everyone, if possible, anyways. And also, not everything 343 does is total dog shit. I like a lot of the stuff they've done, honestly. I mean, the saw is a badass Tommy gun type weapon. The teabagging holograms and giant anime mech warriors are pretty dope. I dig that shit, you know. Many of their new games load very quickly and have great frame rates and resolutions. Um, the company isn't 100% dog shit, you know. It's mostly dog shit in my opinion, of course, you know. You always got to remember to say my opinion so you don't offend people by making it sound like all you say are facts or whatever, or think what you're saying is a fact. Anyway, let's get real though. Some of the reasons why 343 fails are pretty factual, but I guess that also depends on your opinion of what failure is. I mean, this shit can get complicated, like I said. The point is that all I'm saying is that 343 Halo games tend to suffer in terms of review score praise, playtime, and copies sold. But back then was a different time in gaming history versus now, so it's kind of hard to calculate, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's fucking complicated. I know folks want things laid out black and white, but sadly it's not always that easily. It usually isn't. It's shit like this is when facts and opinions clash like crazy, and well, all I can really say is that I like Bungie Halo games more. They innovated more and changed gaming, and they didn't wallet rape as hard. Alright? I'm going to repeat that. The Bungie Halo games innovated more, and they didn't wallet rape you as hard. Those two fucking things I just said are facts. You can't counter-argue that shit. It is a fucking fact that the Bungie Halo games changed the way we play shooters. They impacted the gaming world far more so than 343 is doing today. And they didn't wallet rape as hard. You won't find fucking microtransactions up the ass in Halo 3, okay? Just saying. Sorry, 343 fanboys, but what I just said is fucking true. Us Bungie Halo fanboys do have a point right there. Anyways, I know you 343 fanboy types hate my fucking guts and can't stand folks like me, so I'll just end this topic by saying, just be careful with your money, okay? Please, you know? Please try to avoid getting wallet raped by microtransactions, okay? There. That's the only truly nice advice I can give you guys without sounding like I'm being a giant asshole to you, okay? Again, sorry, I'm trying to be more peaceful. I'm just trying to look out for you guys, that's all. If you like the 343 Halo games, fine, I guess. Please try not to support their evil, greedy corporate microtransaction crap, though, at least. I would prefer if you guys had better taste in video games, period, but, you know, that's an opinion-based thing and to a large degree, so whatever. Oh, frustrating issue to talk about, I swear. It almost feels like it's getting harder and harder to talk about. Also, I don't care about Halo that much anymore, so my stance is getting weirder, I guess. Like, I feel more out of the loop when it comes to Halo. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, this past year for gaming, now I'm going to talk about that. That's been a bit weird for me. I feel like the wallet raping this year has been brought down a tad bit. I could be wrong, but based on what I've seen personally and what I've experienced, and I think we've had worse wallet rape years in gaming. Remember 2015? Halo 5, Battlefront EA Star Wars, and Black Ops 3 all came out pretty much in the same time frame, like within the same 3 months of that year. Like 3 major bro shooter type games all engaged in some seriously fucked microtransaction bullshit like burn card horse crap, you know, loot boxy shit, you know, like Oh, that was gay. That was so lame. 2016 had its fair share of that too, same for 2017 and 2016, but less so, I feel. And 2019 is even less wallet rapey. I don't think I've seen too many games this year that tried to pull a Battlefront 2 or whatever. So just throwing that out there. And yes, I realized I just now said the word gay in sort of a shitty way. Sorry about that. I used to talk that way. It slips out from time to time. I apologize. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I could be wrong. I'm just saying what I'm saying here based off of my feelings, what I've seen and followed in gaming over this past year, the kind of games I like to center myself around. Like I said earlier, for example, I don't know much about racing or sports games, but when it comes to RPGs, single-player adventures, shooters, co-op type games, I tend to be pretty knowledgeable about those kind of games. But yeah, guys, this year it didn't totally fuck us with the wallet rape shit, but sadly at the same time, I don't feel like this year blew me away. There was no God of War 4 or Breath of the Wild, nothing like that for me, sadly. Perhaps this year did launch something that I would totally get sucked into, but I just haven't fucking noticed and haven't played yet. I heard that Bloodstained Castlevania clone game or whatever it's called is pretty badass actually, so I'll have to give that one a shot. I heard they have it on the Switch, and I would prefer to get a game like that on a portable device, but I don't have a Switch yet, and I don't want to get a Switch until they release some kind of hardcore on crack Switch model, but I don't know if they'll I'm hoping they release it in 2020 to compete with the new Xbox and new PlayStation. That would be smart if you ask me. So I'm pretty sure they'll do that, but I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to get into the Switch, but I just don't know when the right time to jump in would be. There was a guy on eBay selling like modded Switches that came with like basically every fucking Switch game. That's really cool. It cost like $800 though, and a lot of those modder type guys do some shabby work from time to time, so I don't think I'll spend that much money. I make good money. Like, I make that kind of money in a day sometimes, but, it's the principle of the thing. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about the Game Awards. Yeah, Game Awards. Pretty lame, in my opinion. I didn't watch the whole thing, of course, because, I don't want to lose what's left of my fucking sanity. But I think I've seen cringier Game Awards, so that's good, They did have this one award for games with online communities that care. The nominees were all online-only wallet rape games, like Destiny 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite, the kind of games that I hate the most, Basically, this award is for the least shitty online-only microtransaction community game, basically. So I thought it was fucking hilarious, in all honesty. Like, good thing they announced this trash early on and got it out of the fucking way. Like, it's basically the award for least shitty microtransaction online-only game. It's fucking ridiculous that they have an award for that. But I guess that's scraping the bottom of the barrel without making it obvious, I guess, right? At the Game Awards. Anyway, so I saw Gears of War, a tactical type Gears of War game. This looked very interesting to me, actually. Just kidding. It looks fucking stupid to me. I don't think I'll be interested. The gameplay seemed like you're moving pieces on a chessboard, but Gears of War style. It might be an okay game. I don't know. But let's get real. I think I speak for most Gears of War fans when I say that most Gears of War fans don't really give a fuck about something like that. Just my opinion, but oh well. All right, now let's talk about Fizame, or however you fucking say his name, Reggie. That guy kind of sucks. There's a commercial of him for like a Smash Brothers game. I think it was Smash Brothers Wii U, where he's promoting those fucking overpriced microtransaction dolls. You know, the what are they called? I forgot what they're fucking called. That's how much I stopped fucking caring. You know, the little fucking dolls that you can scan for certain games. They cost like $50 sometimes. Holy shit. They're collectibles, you know. If you're a hacker, you can get them for free, basically. And there's a way to get cheap cards instead of the dolls, so that's good. But anyways, I'm not a fan of that bullshit. So fuck Reggie on that front. He was advertising and boasting that crap. That being said, even though he's a corporate face of gaming and a talking head for Nintendo that's largely full of shit and is largely just there to be a corporate douche, let's get real here. That's basically what his job title is, or was, before the new guy, Bowser, took over. For those who don't know, yes, there's a guy named Bowser who is now like the head of Nintendo America. He's like Nintendo's Phil Spencer right now. He's a funny looking dude. He kind of looks like, you know, the guy. What's that movie called? I can't remember that movie, but he kind of looks like J.K. Simmons from that Drum movie. You know, where the fucking guy gets all fucking pissed off. Not my fucking tempo, you know. I forget what that movie's called. Whiplash or something like that. Anyway, funny movie. Anyways, about Reggie, he gave a good speech, actually. Even though I don't like the guy very much for a lot of reasons, and decent reasons. He gave a good speech. He talked about how gaming is good for folks, how it can help them hone and perfect motor skills and reaction time, which will help folks with their everyday lives and careers, make them a little more efficient. He used an example of surgeons, you know. Um, he's right, you know, like video games can be a force for good. And of course, he also said that games can just be fun and that he will always fight for them as a force for good, which is really nice to hear. You know, we need to hear the more positive aspects of video games. You know, they got a bad rep of, you know, people just no-lifing it up, getting fat and lazy, playing video games all day. And there's some merit to those complaints. Yeah, sure. But, you know, there's also a good side to video games. It's sadly just not as obvious as the downsides to video games. But there are positives, and that was good to see Reggie point that out. You hear that, President Shrimp? Yeah? You hear that, you fake-ass President Shrimp? You hear that, you fucking moron? Video games are hardly a force for evil, okay? Leave them alone, you piece of shit. Besides, Trump, don't you have more families to put in cages, huh? Or maybe some stupid fucking tweets or something, you know? Leave our video games alone, dickhead. As a matter of fact, just quit right now and go to prison already. It's the best thing you could do. It's what you should do. You and the other fucking criminal scumbags of our political system that you've surrounded yourself with in this dog shit, pathetic ass administration. Fuck you, buddy. Okay. Then the Fast and the Furious actors came out to talk about Part 13 or whatever the fuck the next Fast and the Furious movie is. Who cares? And they announced the Sekiro game as Game of the Year. It was kind of funny. They got Vin Diesel to announce it, and he was like, Sekiro. And it's like, no, man, you got to say it like the Japanese say it, you know? Sekiro! Yeah, that's how you got to say it, man. Sekiro, Sekiro, Sekiro. I can't do it. Anyway, anyway, this game got Game of the Year, Sekiro, at the Game Awards. So I'm sort of okay with this because it's a decent game that doesn't wallet rape, actually. Yeah, believe it or not. I know. Shocking. But it still bugs me that it's Crap Division's name on the box. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's a decent game, actually, but it's got the Activision brand, and it gives me chills, you know? They've done so many horrible things for gaming. The few times that Activision doesn't fuck up Royal, I'm sorry, but that shit always feels fucking weird. It's like if you have an abusive dad who's never there for you, and then one day he actually shows up on like your birthday or something with awesome gifts, and he's really nice, and he's not being a horrible abusive monster that day. And you're just kind of like, this is weird. I'm used to dad being fucking useless. What's going on here? It's kind of like that. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so now I want to talk about the Xbox Series X. Yeah, dumb fucking name, right? I totally agree. Confusing too, like it's part of a series, I guess. Okay, I don't know how to feel about that, but whatever. I'm getting sick of Xbox and just consoles in general releasing a new console every like 2, 3, or 4 years. You know, fuck, just make a good one and leave it alone for like 5, 6, or 7 years or so, like they did with the 360 to the Xbox One. There was like what, fucking like 8 years, 7 years, something like that. Come on, that was a good time frame. But I guess technically it's 7 years now for the next gen console. But they released like the Xbox One X, which is like a noticeable improvement that is so noticeable it kind of gives you an unfair advantage over the older Xbox One owners. So you know what I mean? Like that kind of shit fucking bugs me, man. And I feel like they're doing that kind of shit a little fucking more than they used to now, and that kind of bugs me, you know? I hate feeling like I should wait for a deal like a year after the console launches so I can get a good deal on it. But I kind of hate this because by the time I'm right about to buy the new console after it's been out for about a year, there's already like word that they're going to release a new fucking model that next year, so I might as well fucking wait for the next one. But then why should I do that? Because there'll be another fucking model shortly after that one, and then after that one, and then after that one. And there's not a good breathing period in between to chime in when you can, you know, get good deals. So it's, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a thing. So anyway, I don't really care that much in regards to Xbox, though. I mean, I still don't even have an Xbox One. But don't get me wrong, guys. I do want the new Xbox to kick ass. I do. Then I can get it, and apparently it's going to be backwards compat right off the bat. So what little there is to enjoy on the Xbox One right now, I could get my hands on that shit really easily through backwards compatibility on the newest Xbox. If it's worth getting, of course. But we'll see how that turns out. Knowing Microsoft these days, they're probably going to fuck it up. Or not, maybe not. We'll see. We shall see. I remember the Xbox One launching like a mess. So just saying, guys. Hey, even the 360 had some shitty launch issues, you know? And the original Xbox, over time it became kind of shitty and didn't run games very good. Yeah, my original Xbox, by the time I got Halo 2, Halo 2 started running like shit on it. And then when Doom 3 came out for console, I got that on my original Xbox. Didn't even want to work. I had to buy a new original Xbox to get that fucking game to work. So, Yeah, it just feels like these days, the newer the consoles and the further we move along, the more bullshit problems you're going to have. Pretty much why I don't get a console at launch anymore. So anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, the new Xbox Series X or whatever the fuck they're calling it, it looks like a small refrigerator. Saw some hilarious memes of it looking like SpongeBob or a big fat cinder block, and I saw this one meme of they put it in place of the monolith surrounded by the ape creatures, like in that movie Space Odyssey. So pretty hilarious. And what's with the vent on the top of the fucking thing so dust can fall right into it super easily? Like, that sounds like a shit design. Maybe they do that on purpose so you'll fucking break it and have to buy a new one. Ha ha ha, right? But it sounds like a shit design because a lot of people have like a table, and then on the table sits their flat screen TV, which isn't that high up off the table, maybe by like 6 inches tops. So a console will typically lay horizontal on the table in front of the TV with the TV right behind it. So you can sit down on your bed or your couch or whatever, your chair, and look at your TV, and even though your console is in front of the TV, it's low enough that it's out of the way. It's not obstructing your view of the fucking TV. So I'm asking, how the fuck are you going to do that with this fourth generation Xbox Series X refrigerator over here? So I think it's kind of dumb, this design, and if they go with it, I guess that's shitty. You'll have to have like a cubby for it to be put down underneath or something like that. So maybe this ain't a very big problem for some people, but it is a problem for other people, kind of. So I don't know. It's just kind of silly that it's so computer-like. It looks so computerific. It's almost as if you should just get a decent gaming PC and avoid the Xbox console altogether. But whatever. I don't know if this is true though, but I heard the Xbox Series X was getting so much backlash. The backlash for it, it was so big that now they're calling it the Xbox X or something like that. And apparently they are acting like that's what the name of this new console was always supposed to be, Xbox X. Despite plenty of advertisements before calling it the Series X, but hey, sure, Microsoft, sure. Because we all know how great you guys are with fucking naming these things. I mean, what was the last console they made? The Xbox One Sad Edition or whatever? Yeah. Yeah, oh my god. Like, the 360 I thought was already a dumb name, but at least it was a decent console. But yeah, Xbox One, that's a really stupid fucking sounding name. Oh my god. I know it was meant as in the one-stop shop for all things console gaming related or whatever, but let's get real, The Xbox One, it lost to the PS4 for a good reason, okay? Dog shit exclusive content, that's the problem. Xbox One has a pretty good fucking controller, especially with those Elite controllers. It has a really pretty good online service compared to PlayStation and Nintendo. It's got the most powerful console with the Xbox One X. So these are three really positive things that the Xbox One console brand has going for it. But unfortunately, the Xbox One, it fails miserably because there ain't really much to fucking play on it. That's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. I mean, any decent game on the Xbox One you can play on PC or PlayStation or even the Switch, So, like, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. But, Yeah. I hope they learn from their lesson, and I hope they learn soon, because they made another bad fucking name. Even the Xbox One X is dumb sounding. Too many X's, you know? Oh well, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Not really. I just hope that, it's not a total train wreck of a console. But considering its big launch games are some fucking soccer game, some fucking racing game, and so far it still looks like it'll have microtransactions Halo game, I don't have much faith, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not excited for the new Xbox. Which sucks. Like I said, I want it to be great, like it was with their first two consoles. I really feel that the Xbox brand, the 360 and the original Xbox, were mostly good products, despite not being perfect, of course. Nothing is, but I thought I got good memories with those consoles. But where Xbox is right now, not really. Um, but yeah, I really feel, though, that Xbox has chosen the quick cash-in over pushing out great exclusives and whatnot, For shame. I honestly feel like they made fucked choices. Sometimes I feel like they've made these fucked choices on purpose just to get outrage attention. Who knows? I'm fucking crazy over there at Microsoft. Yeah, so whatever. So now I want to talk real quick about From Software working with Crap Division to push out this Sekiro game. And I recently played it a few days ago, and I only played it for like 2 hours. I got to this like horseback riding dude with like this weird spear whip thing, and he yelled at me in really silly sounding English, like I probably should have turned on the Japanese language with the English dubs, but that voice acting was pretty bad. But it was pretty funny. Bad, but funny, But yeah, I'm digging the game. It feels so nasty to kill enemies in this game. Like shit. It feels so fucking realistic when you gut someone with the samurai sword in this game. It's visceral as shit. It's fucking graphic as fuck. It's nasty. You grab these guys by their necks and squeeze and yank their bodies in certain directions, and you can like see their mouths and eyes open up in like shock and horror as you fucking stick them good and yank out their guts and spray their blood everywhere, and they're just like, whoa! Yeah, it's fucked up. Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me, apparently YouTube wants me to make my videos like child friendly or so. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I saw that guy Dan over at Folding Ideas. He did a video talking about this new YouTube terms of service shit. Fuck you, YouTube, I swear to God. Anyway, I heard they're doing some shady shit. I don't know exactly how it works. I haven't been too interested, and I'm not that smart about that kind of thing, but I heard YouTube is doing some fuck all. So, wonderful. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I was just saying, like, the violence factor in Sekiro, I really dig it. Overall, I'd say the game is a winner, in my opinion. I still need to play it more, of course. I'm not sure if I like it more than the Souls games or Bloodborne, but yeah, I dig it, Even if it bugs me that Craft Division's name is on the box, but hey, whatever. I did stab a giant fucking snake in the eye. That was really cool. It freaked the fuck out and tried to fucking murder me afterward. It was nuts. So yeah, I'm digging it. But anyway, now I want to talk about EA and Respawn Entertainment's Star Wars game. Yeah, The Fallen Order. It's actually a decent game. Hardly any real wallet rape bullshit. I know, it's funny, right? EA, those cocksuckers, they once said that people just don't like single-player games anymore. They said something along those lines anyway. But yeah, that's complete fucking horseshit. Come on, Spider-Man on PS4 and God of War 4 on PS4 back in 2018 were massive successes. Like, fucking Ocarina of Time, Chrono Trigger, these are single-player games, and they're hailed as like some of the best fucking games ever made. Like, easily in the top 10, maybe even 5 best video games ever fucking made. And they're single-player titles, you fucking assholes at EA. Fuck you. So just shut the fuck up, EA, you fucking assholes. Trying to fucking make it sound like it's all about fucking online only fucking microtransaction games. Like, shut the fuck up. So anyway, with this game, I'm just glad to see that they're eating their own words a little bit and they're coming to be a little more reasonable, just like Crap Division. Crap Division could have made, Sekiro a complete fucking wallet rape, fucked up game, but they didn't. Not as far as I know, anyways. So decent work from EA and Respawn. Thanks for not totally fucking up like you guys normally do with your Call of Duty with robots, your Battlefields, your Battlefronts. Yes, I know Respawn only does the Call of Duty with robots game, Tittyfall, but you know what I mean. They did a good job this time. So I approve of the new Star Wars, Star Souls type game with good old Ian from Shameless. I like that actor. That ginger nut. He's cool. Good, cool guy. Not too bad, Not too bad, EA. Yeah, you didn't totally blow it this time. It's so weird. So crazy. Now I want to talk about Reach on the MCC. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. And hey, Jimmy Stangl, you're probably going to want to bitch me out a little bit for saying this, but 343 actually did a decent job with Halo Reach being put on the MCC. Now, before my fellow Bungie Halo fanboys who hate 343's guts destroy me for saying that, just hear me out, okay, guys? Just hear me out. All right, here. When a company keeps on fucking up year after year, like 343 has been doing, when they finally do something that's not completely as fucked as their usual work, it seems like they did a great job. That's how it feels, You know what I mean? Like when you're so low, whenever you go up, everybody notices and they're like, what? You're actually moving up instead of going lower? That never happens. How unusual. This is interesting. Like that's the reaction people have, So when you're so low and the only way to go is up, you often look like a big fucking hero, But let me make myself clear. If you're close to 100% dog shit, and then you drop to about 90 or 80% dog shit, hey, that's better. That's better. But you still got a long ways to fucking go. Let's get real. And that's what I'm talking about right now. Apparently, Reach on PC, MCC, it is working pretty good for the most part. Yeah, it launched unfinished, and some folks are having issues. And I hear the rank system, progression system blows compared to the way it was on Reach for the 360 when the game first launched in 2010. But other than that, it's nowhere near as fucked as MCC's launch back in 2014, where it was basically unplayable for like 90% of the player base. It was labeled the fuck up of 2014's gaming, basically. Like, it was really bad. Like, it was labeled basically a complete failure. But apparently shit is finally getting better for the MCC after all this fucking time, about fucking time, right? It's still kind of shitty though. Like there's a website you can go to that shows you all the problems the game still has, and there's still like 100 something problems. But hey, that's better than thousands of problems like it used to, I guess, right? I don't know. I'm not the best judge. I don't even have an Xbox One. I just see what people say. And I don't know. But MCC getting better, to me, it's not enough of a motivator for a guy like me to get an Xbox One. So I'm fine just playing Halo Reach on my 360. I played some you know, well, I think I might have told you guys this, but I'll say it again in case I didn't. I can't remember. Sorry, getting a drink. I don't feel like spending a few extra $100 for a better PC that can run Reach on MCC for PC really, really well, because that's what I would like to do if I were to get into Reach on PC. But I just don't really feel like spending the money. And then I'd want to get it with an Elite Series 2 controller. It's like almost $200 fucking dollars for this badass controller. And I really don't feel like doing that. Or I could go the Xbox One route instead of playing Reach on PC and just get an Xbox One. But I don't really feel like buying an Xbox One. So personally, I'll pass on getting Reach for PC, at least for now, for the first year, maybe longer. I don't know. Depends on my mood, you know. Besides, in about a year from now, Reach on PC will likely have all sorts of cool mods stocked up to choose from, and there'll probably be less shitty glitches and broken bullshit, and a lot of issues might get fixed. And so my patience will likely be rewarded, and I'm not in a big rush. I got all these other games to play, you know. I've been less and less of a Halo fan these days anyways, so I'm not in a hurry. This ain't like when ODST was about to come out and I couldn't fucking wait to play Firefight with my friends and my brother. No, now when a new Halo game is announced and it's about to come out, I'm just like, when's the next Zelda game coming out? like I just don't give a fuck really about Halo anymore. But speaking of Reach, on 360, I did play some Firefight custom modes with my bro and a few friends a little while ago. I made a custom game type, right, where you only fight brutes because I like fighting brutes. They're the funniest enemies to fight, in my opinion, in Reach. And I turned their health up to like 500%, so they're much harder to kill now. And it's really fun, especially if you're landing like headshots really, really accurately, then you'll do great. But if you fuck up a little bit for one too many seconds in a row, then those brutes can be surprisingly difficult and they might overwhelm you and crowd you, you know. Anyway, I really dig it, and yeah, whatever. Side note though, yeah, I try really hard to find the few Xbox or Microsoft-based games that you can't play on PlayStation or Switch, you know, like Halo 5. I try to look for these kinds of games that are on the Xbox One and to find out if they're any good. And there was this indie game, little game called Battletoads. Apparently they're making, I don't know if it's out yet or if it's about to come out, but it's this like independent Battletoads game. It has this weird cartoony animation and a lot of people aren't really digging it. I don't really like it that much, but whatever. If the game's fun, then I don't really give a shit. But what's going on with that game? Is it fucking out yet? I mean, like, it looks like an indie title, for fuck's sake. What's taking so fucking long? Is it out yet? I don't know. Anyway, I wonder if it's any good, because I just want to know what good games exist on the Xbox One, because it really doesn't feel like there are any, unless, of course, it's a multi-platform game, in which case, just get a fucking PC or a PlayStation or something. So, yeah. But yeah, the new Battletoads indie game, I hope everything goes well with that. Like I said, I don't know if it's out yet or not, but at least give us some rockin' tunes, you know? Battletoads music is some of the most hardcore and rockin', funky fucking shit I've ever heard in video game music. I love that crap. Don't fuck that up, please. Okay, so... what was I talking about? It's crazy though, right, guys? 3 companies, Activision, EA, and 343. And guess what? All 3 of them this year, I'm normally shitting all over them, but this year, they didn't fuck up as badly as they normally do. I'd say they did a better job than they did a shitty job. I think they deserve more praise than hate this year, honestly. Yeah. It's fucking weird, right? They didn't exactly impress me, though. But hey, they didn't totally, like, shit the bed. So, better than usual. Good job, I guess. Like, you guys aren't making must-have, groundbreaking, super impressive games like Halo Combat Evolved or Ocarina of Time, of course, but, you know, you didn't totally fucking piss me off, so good job, I guess. Now let's move on. Now I want to talk about the best games to play on the Xbox One. Yep. Yeah. There are none. Maybe Halo Reach on Master Crap Collection now. I don't know. There's one. Sure. I swear to God. Everything else can be played on something that's better, you know? Just get a good old PC, you know? Like I said, there's not much of a reason to own an Xbox One, honestly. But if you're a hardcore Microsoft fanboy and you don't really care about costs, then fine. Get it, I guess. I bought one for someone who wanted it that I care about almost a year ago. I would never get an Xbox One for myself, though, especially now that I see the Xbox One has no future since the next-gen consoles are right around the corner. Oh, okay, I take it back. I might get an Xbox One if it's like $50. Even then, though, I don't know. Do I care that much? Where would I put the fucking thing? I don't really have space or an extra outlet. I'd have to buy another surge protector. Surge protectors are like $3, $5. I don't know. This is getting way too expensive if you ask me. And would I play it that much? Probably not. Oh well. But yeah, I would totally get an Xbox One if it had badass exclusives that you can't play anywhere else. But they don't really have that going on, do they? So too bad, so sad. Like I said, Microsoft, better luck next console generation. We'll see what happens. Now I want to talk about Call of Duty for as quickly as possible since, you know, Call of Duty is evil, basically, these days, for the past decade, basically. So even though Crap Division didn't wallet rape us this year with Sekiro, which was nice, I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. That was the right thing to do. And even though Crap Division didn't wallet rape us, like, with their new Call of Duty this year as much as they did with their past Call of Duty games, they are still doing some pretty lame fucking shit with microtransactions. Yeah. I don't want to get into the details. Jim Sterling, he did some videos on it. Watch that guy. He's pretty good for calling out horse shit in the gaming world. That Bobby Kotick guy who owns Activision is a real billionaire class piece of shit. Yeah. What a shocker, right? But yeah, the new Call of Duty does still have wallet rape horseshit. So make no mistake. Just because the new Call of Duty isn't wallet raping as much as past Call of Duties doesn't mean we should start licking Call of Duty's bunghole, okay? So yeah, I just wanted to point that out to you Call of Duty fanboys out there, that just because this year's Call of Duty wasn't as wallet rapey as other Call of Duty titles doesn't mean I'm forgiving them for their past blunders, okay? They still have a ton of making up to do. So still, I gotta say, fuck them. This is like them ripping our arms off, but only this time they offered a Band-Aid instead of nothing at all. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it feels. This year's Call of Duty is trying to trick players out of money and is still pushing microtransactions up the ass. So, I'm sorry, but fuck your feelings, Call of Duty fanboys, okay? This franchise is slightly less ass this year, but it's still ass, okay? Make no mistake, all right? I'm sorry. It's hard to not piss the fanboys off about stuff like this. Jesus. I'm trying, okay? I'm sorry. Now I want to talk about something that's a bit personal for me. It's about elitist gamers. Yeah. A lot about I can't speak. I need a drink. As a matter of fact, guys, I am going to take a fucking break. I need to take a whiz. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. All right. So, that's better. All right. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, elitist gamers. So, a lot of what I'm about to say about elitist gamers is stuff that I've already talked about in the past, but I want to bring it up again because, it never hurts to have helpful reminders. And I take pleasure in trying to help people not be the kind of asshole that I used to be. Because I used to be an elitist gamer, I still kind of am. But I'm mostly shedding that part of myself. So I'm happier as a result, and I'm trying to shed it completely from my being, but it's kind of difficult. But, I used to be an elitist gamer. I used to cuss people out big time and make them feel like shit just because they liked a game that I didn't like, just because they were on my team in Halo and I thought they were performing poorly or not as good as I would like them to have been performing, so I would give them shit about it. I would be an asshole to them, to somebody that I would beat the shit out of in a game, I kind of used to be a real stupid asshole like that, trying to make myself feel special or superior, when in actuality I was just being a edgelord, dickweed, no-lifer asshole, So I'm trying real hard to not be like that anymore. And what sucks about this behavior is it spreads so easily, Like, this is how it happened to me. I mean, you're new to online gaming, you get into fights with assholes, they started it, and then before you know it, you start acting a lot like them. And that's basically what happened to me, I would often fight people in Halo 2 back in the day, and they would say horrible shit to me, Not wanting to put up with their bullshit, I would give them a taste of their own medicine by saying similar stuff right back to them. you know, the usual, you have no life, go kill yourself, why are you even playing, you're fucking garbage, fucking BK, fucking scrub, fucking nub, what are you, you're a fucking loser, that's what you are, you know, your mom jokes, blah, 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 that kind of thing, you know. Like, so anyways, being an elitist, stupid asshole gamer, it's not healthy. It just makes you a very combative, angry person who's got something smart alecky to say to everybody, you know? In other words, you're not going to make any real friends if you act this way. Like, believe me. Like I said, I used to be one of these people, and I'm trying real hard not to be one of those pricks. You know, it's just the truth, you know? An elitist gamer is someone who's obsessed with how good he is at a game, and he's always trying to one-up other people at the game and brag about how amazing he is. Or an elitist gamer can also be this too, someone who thinks that he knows the best about everything. A real stupid know-it-all type jerk person, you know, like so stupid that he can't even tell how shitty he's behaving. And yes, sometimes it's a female, but let's get real, it's mostly a guy thing. So I was heavily this person once, and it took running into some of the worst examples of this kind of person that made me realize that I would need to stop being like these people if I wanted to live a decent life. Because, man, you know. So I'll give you guys some examples. Yeah, I'll start off with, what was this? This was, yeah, okay. There, on GameFAQs.com back in the day, I would scroll through the message boards for the Halo boards, and there were always these real shitty fucking super nerd Halo players. They were really good at the game, a lot of them better than me in a lot of ways. Very good Halo players, but their attitudes were horrible. They would just make fun of everybody who wasn't as good as them. And anybody who like praised any weapon, like, oh, you know, sometimes I use the needler or the AR, you know, that person would instantly get dogpiled on by these nerds, like, oh, you're a fucking scrub, you know, you're a loser, you know. And even if they were right, you know, like, oh, you know, you're not as good as this person, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's still like a really dickhead thing to do. Like, oh, you're fucking garbage at this game. Why are you even playing, you fucking scrub? Yeah. Like, they're doing it because it elitist gamers, all they really have in their shitty little lives are the video game. So it's all about the video game. And that's all they really have. So to be better at the game than someone is the only way they can feel superior, and it's the only thing that gets their dick hard. You know, like, it's kind of sad, actually. And like, if you ever like fucking like call them out for this kind of behavior, like I just did, they'll tell you something like, "Oh my God, you're overreacting. You know, it's just a game, bro." Yeah. Like, they flipped the script. At first, they were acting like no life nerds, and now they're denying it. It's weird with a lot of these guys. But yeah, one of the guys on the message board, his name is Bale, and apparently, like, he did a bunch of 1v1s with a bunch of other people on the board, and he didn't lose a single one. He won like 30 matches and lost 0 1v1s. Even though that's not technically true, apparently some of the guys said that he beat him, but the dude kept denying it. I don't know. These guys are pathological liars, a lot of them, so you can't really trust them. But I know they're good at the game, you know. I know they're really good at Halo, but like I said, they act like giant fucking dickheads, a lot of them. And like I said, I used to be one of them too, so I would know. But yeah, they would act this way, and like, they were really fucking cringy. They would often like get carried away and say some really ridiculous stuff. Like that Bale dude, he said he was making fun of anyone who plays single player games, saying that they were boring and that playing games against other human beings is the only way to play video games that isn't boring, basically. You see, the problem with this guy saying it, though, is he said it in a very authoritarian, like I'm right, you're all wrong kind of way, you know? And it's like, no, dude, what you just said is just your own damn shitty opinion. And it's not even a very good opinion. It's very inaccurate. And also very hypocritical. Fuck you, buddy. We know damn well you've played single-player games before and have had a good time playing them. So you're just trying to, like, trigger people. You're just trying to be a fucking asshole. You're trying to be as shitty as you can possibly be because that's who you are. That's the only way you get attention is by being an asshole. Apparently, being a decent, nice person is too hard for you. So this is the path you've chose. And you wonder why everyone laughs at you and makes fun of you and teases you, and anyone who seems like they're your friend is just maybe using you so they can get you on their team to help win matches or whatever. Like I said, you don't really make real friends when you act this way. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've seen polls of gaming, like, do you like single-player games more or multiplayer games more? And guess what? The polls, they always voted higher for single-player games. Most gamers are single-player gamers. It's just a fact. All right? Like, most people, like, I played a lot of online games. I played a lot of multiplayer games, but I'm getting sick of the microtransactions, the lag, the lies from developers, all the shitty, fucking scummy, elitist assholes you run into. Like, I kind of don't, I kind of feel like I've been there, done that. I don't really give a shit. Single-player games and co-op games, that's the place that I'll always come back to. That multiplayer stuff, take it or leave it. So that Bale dude is a fucking jackhole. Anyway, that was just one example. I'll give you another example. Like I said, I used to be one, you know. I would often pull up players' gamer tags and make fun of their stats, you know. Even if it had nothing to do with the argument that I was having with them, I would just do it for a cheap laugh and a dick move to embarrass them. And it doesn't always prove anything, really, you know, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. I was doing it because I was an asshole. I was being a dickhead. So anyway, I ran into this. I'll give you another example. I ran into this. I probably talked about this before, but I'll mention it again. I ran into this guy in Halo 4. His name was like Gary Mimo or something like that. Bailiff. Anyway, it was a multi-team match. 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 3, right? 4 teams of 3. I won first place. His team won third place. He killed a lot, and he's pretty good, honestly, but it was a capture the hill game, and he should have gone for the hill more instead of focusing on kills. That's why he fucking lost, you know? After the match, he rage messaged me, right? And he could tell I was boosting for the green Spartan visor. He was making fun of me for boosting for the green Spartan visor, implying that only noobs boost. He was giving me a fucking speech, right? So I fought the guy 1v1 BRs in Halo 4, and I owned him fucking 10-0. And he was fucking very upset with me, demanding a rematch, all this stuff. And I was just like, dude, you're a dick. I already proved my point. I already proved your point. I already fought you like you wanted, and you lost. What the fuck else do you want from me, you fucking cocksucker? Like, what is your problem, dude? Like, why are you such a piece of shit? But, like, I'm just saying, all of that anger over... all of that anger of one of the more random and noob-friendly Halo games out there, you know? Just because I beat him in a dumbass multi-team match of all fucking things, he freaks out at me. He was trying to make me feel bad for boosting. What can I say? I really wanted that green visor, and splattering like 250 people or 300 people, that's what you had to do to get it. That takes fucking forever. So fuck, you know? like and I wasn't really digging the game, so I just kind of wanted to get what I wanted out of it and then be done with it. Like, I was trying to like Halo 4, but it was hard. I wasn't really feeling it, so I started boosting to get the cosmetics that I wanted. I found a way to do it, so I fucking started doing it. Sorry if that pisses you off, guy. It's my game. I bought it. I'll play it however the fuck I want. If that bothers you so much, I'm sorry. And it's not like I was cheating against you or something, or hacking against you and ruining your gameplay experience. So you really don't have any ground to stand on to fucking chew my ass out. And it's just a dumbass fucking game at the end of the day, but whatever. Then he made YouTube videos about me, and then I made YouTube videos about him, and we got into more arguments, and it was all just so silly. You know, looking back on it, I should have just ignored the dude instead of gotten into it with him. It was years ago. I would never do anything like that again. And I would like to think that he's grown up too, and he would never do anything that fucking stupid either. You know? So, see what I mean, guys? That elitist behavior. That macho man, like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I'm so amazing. Look at me. It's not healthy. It's stupid is what it is. Now, anyway, in Halo Reach, I ran into this ganking clan called Team Infamous or whatever. Their gamer tags were like Infamous Red, Infamous Blue, Infamous Pink. They had a color for every member in the group. It was kind of childish. They really took the whole invasion playlist a bit seriously, as if it were MLG or something. It's pretty fucking ridiculous, but what do you want? They're shitty. But they were basically one of the most intimidating invasion teams out there, a bunch of tryhards, right? Sadly, they weren't nice people, always talking shit and being gigantic assholes. One time, there was a match, and like everybody on my team quit except me, and it was a Slayer match, and I managed to use guerrilla tactics and cheap-ass fucking sneak attack maneuvers. I managed to fucking beat these assholes by just a few kills before time ran out. They were fucking furious, dude. Like, I got endless hate-filled messages from these cocksuckers. Like, I thought I was a no-lifer for Halo Reach. These guys brought new meaning to the term no-lifer. All right, all over a stupid ass fucking game, you know. They were making fun of me for stuff that's not even related to the game, like how America blows, because I think some of them were Canadian or something, and how I suck at other games. Okay, and one of them, like, shit, like, it's fucking just so weird. Yeah. Hold on, I need a drink. This is crazy. But yeah, this shit got weird. One of the dudes even went off on me about PC gaming for some reason, you know? And he was like making fun of me for buying console games, and it's like, dude, you're playing Halo Reach on 360 with me right now. You buy console games too. Like, what the fuck? It was so weird. You know, these elitist types, I don't know what their deal is. Don't get out much, I guess. And finally, I'll use a more relatable example of an elitist gamer, and that example is the pro gamer Ninja. You guys know Ninja, right? Famous for playing Fortnite with Drake and saying the N-word like a dipshit. Also a defender of cheating players. Also a defender of famous gamers, and he thinks that they should get special treatment in tournaments if they ever get caught cheating. Yep, that's right. He thinks that his shit does not stink. The dude is a fucking asshole, a hypocrite, a whore for money, fame, and power. He's a shitty fucking person, that Ninja, that Tyler Blevins kid. You know? Let's get real. Now that he's one of the luckier elitist assholes out there who's made millions being a dickweed in online gaming, but yeah. Is this the kind of person you guys want to respect and admire, you know? The answer should be no. And like I always said in the past, the MLG pro gamer know-it-all types revolve around selling fucking Doritos and Red Bulls and other dog shit products that are very unhealthy for you. So please don't take these pricks seriously. Luckily, many of them grow out of this phase like I did, but some of them don't, okay? So just try to take my advice, okay, guys? I know it's impossible to please everyone. Being nice to one group might offend another group, but that doesn't mean I can't try my best, okay? So please, don't be a dick. Try not to, at least. Try your best. I know that's advice I should take as well, so, fair enough. All we can do is try our best not to be huge assholes, okay? Which is the big reason why I'm into the bread tube types, They're some of the nicest folks I've ever seen, Especially that Thought Slime guy, Matt. That guy is great. But anyway, speaking of elitist gamers, I unsubbed to crowbcat recently. Yeah. Sadly, that's the case. For those who don't know, he's a dude who puts together clips of gaming shit and lets the clips speak for themselves. He never talks in his videos, and the only words of his own are the words that he puts in his video descriptions. He's made some great stuff showcasing what's wrong with gaming and what's great about gaming. That's the good part of him and his channel. Sadly, though, I've noticed some bad shit about him, which is why I've unsubbed to the guy. He's pretty buddy-buddy with some alt-right type people. Many of them are his fan base. He tends to find people showing compassion as hypocritical or lame or cringy. And that kind of bugs me about his personality. It's kind of telling that he's a bit of a dickhead. He defended some pretty creepy dudes who got their channels banned because they broke the rules. Some of these guys yelling horrible words over and over and over again just to tempt and trigger people. And some of these other guys, they would do mods for Skyrim and basically have almost naked women with their boobs hanging out, and you can almost see the nipple, you can almost see the vaginas, but you know what I mean? Really standing at the edge of the rule book and fucking making fun of the rule makers, YouTube. That's what these cocksuckers were doing, and I'm sorry, but you guys got banned for a reason. You crossed the fucking line. You tempted fate. You tempted the platform. You guys really have no right to bitch about getting banned from YouTube when you guys were basically breaking the fucking rules to a large degree. So cry me a fucking river, bitches. I'm sorry. And guess what? crowbcat was whining like a little bitch just like the rest of them, and I think that's pretty fucking lame. And the guy does get desperate. he does. He takes jabs at a lot of bad games, which is fair, but sometimes he takes jabs at decent games, and it's just the fuck? What are you doing? He took a jab at Dark Souls 2, even though that's a pretty fine game, but he was making it sound like a complete failure. And then I saw in the comments section a lot of people saying things like, Dark Souls 2 is one of the worst games I've ever played, blah, blah. It's oh my God, fucking get a grip. Jesus. And he did the same shit with Team Fortress 2, Doom 2016, and even the new Resident Evil 2 remake, he seems to be trying to generate fake gamer outrage, provoke gamer outrage, while hardly ever offering constructive criticism. To be fair, he sometimes does, when he praised the good sides of VR gaming, but still, overall the guy strikes me as too childish in a lot of ways. And I see that now, and it spreads too much hate and silliness for my tastes personally. If you like him, fine. There are reasons to like him. I don't really, not fully anyway. And despite agreeing with him on some shit, still really, I still really like his Bungie versus 343 Halo video. But yeah, I want more positive shit in my life, and his channel reeks of spouting a gaming future that's super fucked, and he's got a point to agree, like I said, but he overdoes it a good bit, and I'm done there, and In one of his videos, like he showed Ice-T talking about how racism and sexism is in online gaming and that he likes to mute those people because they're assholes. And um, Crow put that clip in one of his cringe compilation videos as if that was supposed to be something cringy and annoying and stupid. And it's like, why do you think that, dude? Like, if somebody's being a fucking asshole to you and you don't want to put up with their bullshit, what, you're cringy for wanting to get away from that asshole? Like, you're lame and, like, no, Crow. No. People who are annoyed by assholes have every right to ignore those assholes, and they shouldn't be fucking shamed for feeling that way. Okay, Crow? You're being a dick. So, like, Crow does this kind of shit. He gives off these vibes. And I know he's trying to stay relevant. It happens to a lot of people who have a big channel. But, yeah. Yeah. So I'm done there. Always annoying when I find someone that I agree with in gaming to a good degree, only to then find out that they're actually kind of shitty human beings who lack empathy and need to do a lot of growing up. So, yeah, that seems like a problem of mine, right? I always do that. I always find somebody who's cool at first, and then I find out, oh, you're actually horrible. God damn it. Yeah, that happens to me. Anyway, now I want to talk about shows of the year that I liked. The Boys, that's a badass comic book TV show. Go watch it now if you haven't. It's fucking awesome. I know, it's from the evil Amazon company. So maybe you want to pirate the fucking show. Whatever, I don't know. Just watch it. It's a good show. Apparently the comic book that it came from is pretty fucking dumb, but yeah, the show, it's not bad. Trust me, it's pretty good. I just finished HBO's Watchmen. Great fucking show. Very clever. The best parts are with Ozymandias. That guy is great. Jeremy Irons fucking kills that role. Oh my god. Like, I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you haven't seen it. But yeah, very weird and very great show. Very deep script. They did a really good job with that one. I had a feeling it would be good. I was pleasantly surprised that it was better than I thought it would be. Like, it was, I fucking liked it a lot. And, yeah, there's a superhero named Lube Man, and he puts lube on his body and slips away. Yeah, so, despite everything I just said, Lube Man should have gotten your attention. So anyway, and then Billions. Billions is like my favorite show. It might very well just be the best show in the world right now. It really shows how the rich fight each other for the top spot in society and the nastiest ways that humans can behave in the business and criminal world. Like, realistically speaking anyways, yeah. Anyway, it's a great show. Paul Giamatti might just be the greatest actor of our time. I swear to God, he's really up there, that's for sure. Even though he was in that dog shit Spider-Man movie for a few seconds. But yeah, whatever. It was good. As for movies, the El Camino movie, the Breaking Bad movie, that's really good. And the Deadwood movie is really good. Great stuff. I'm not sure if the Deadwood movie came out earlier this year or earlier last year, but it was great. Also watch the shows that lead up to those films if you haven't seen them yet. It's good stuff. The Joker movie, that one's both good and bad. I think folks should see it, though. You know, if anything, to help out the poor-ass DCU. Like, Jesus Christ. DCU is so fucked up. But yeah, it's one of the best DCU films, and Joaquin Phoenix does a really good job with the acting, right? It's kind of a boring film, though. There's a lot of white boy dancing shit that's fucking way overdone. And there's forced in DCU stuff that's really cringy. Like, of course, they had to force us to watch, Bruce Wayne's parents get killed for the millionth time, So some of the plot stuff is pretty stupid like that. And this isn't the Joker we love, like from The Dark Knight or the animated show. This is a new take on the Joker. But the message of the movie that the movie sends is a good one. And the message is you got to fight back against the corporate higher-ups, the rich asshole elites who are fucking you over, behind the scenes. The message of the film is that a person can only take so much bullshit from the elite cocksuckers who are in his way. And if they fucking pull way too hard on our chains, they might drive us fucking nuts and we might fucking kill them in return. And that's what Joker does, is he attacks the elites, Which is, extreme. And I don't think you should do that, but I'm just saying, like, the movie does a decent job of portraying what happens when you reach a breaking point. But there's a lot of movies that have done that, and honestly have done it better than the Joker movie, so whatever. But I just think it's funny because that's the message of the movie. I mean, the Joker doesn't like the elites, the Thomas Waynes of the world. He hates their guts, and for good reason. They're greedy, shitty assholes. But yeah, I just think it's funny because a lot of alt-right morons love the Joker movie, but they also love our stupid fucking president. Even though the Joker in this movie is the kind of guy who would hate fucking Trump. But okay, whatever. The alt-right is fucking dumb, that's for sure. Anyways, maybe these chuddy incel boys just like clowns, I don't know. They're simple like that, so I might not be too far off with that theory. Who fucking knows, right? Anyways, now I'm going to talk about Star Wars, the movie. I can already hear the angry nerds bitching. Jesus Christ. Some valid, some not. Prepare for spoilers, okay? Oh, and before I start talking about the movie, keep in mind, I'm not a very big fan of Star Wars. I think it's pretty dumb plot-wise and lore-wise for the most part. So much of it is boring and poorly explained, and some of it is not explained at all. But, if you like lasers, then yeah, whatever, go fucking see it, I guess. But I dig Star Wars for the humor, That's what I'm in for. Like, have you seen Revenge of the Sith? It's fucking funny. It's really fucking funny. But unfortunately, this one wasn't as funny. But so I think I like the Revenge of the Sith more. But whatever. The Emperor, he's in it. He's not as funny as he was in Episode 3, but he's still just about as funny as he was in Episode 6. The intro opens with "The dead speak," so that's pretty goofy. There's a scene where a jetpack stormtrooper goes flying around in little fart circles and then explodes. There's a moment where Rey is having a nice little meeting with this little elephant girl, and it's weird, but it's kind of precious and cute. And then all of a sudden she's distracted and she simply wanders off awkwardly. I thought that was kind of funny. There's a part where Rey is fighting like her evil mirror self, and then her evil mirror self hisses at her like a fucking snake or something. So, that was pretty funny. There's some funny banter back and forth between Oscar Isaac and John Boyega, so that was all right. C-3PO getting treated like shit by Oscar Isaac, that was kind of funny. In a loving sort of way, of course. That weird little alien guy who operates on C-3PO, that was fucking weird, but it made me laugh. There's a couple scenes where they reveal the epic and evil-looking Sith Lord throne, and no one is in it when you see it, and you're just like, "Where's the Emperor? Shouldn't he be sitting in that seat? Where is he? Where is he?" And then the camera drifts to the left a little bit, and you're just like, "Oh, there he is. He's, stuck on that crane thing, and now he's like a zombie from the look of it." Okay. And Chewie gets captured off screen, so that was funny. You would have thought that he would have put up more of a fight, but no. All right. So this time Luke shows respect to the lightsaber just to troll the audience instead of like in The Last Jedi where he disrespects the lights. Whatever. It's so crazy. Um, you know damn well, though, that the hobo lady at the end of the movie totally fucking saw Rey bury those lightsabers, and you know she's going to dig them up and sell them at the block market or something. Yeah. And I'm sure when the fourth trilogy of Star Wars films rolls around, the Emperor will somehow come back again because fuck it, right? Why the fuck not? And in all fairness, keep him around. I like him. I think he's funny. The Emperor is probably my all-time favorite film villain. He's just so cartoonishly hilarious. The Knights of Ren, they looked fucking badass in this movie. But they were dumbasses. They were always in the wrong location for some dumbass reason, always like one step behind. And at the end, they just got spanked like little bitches. Rest in peace, hammer guy, axe guy, club guy, and the rest. One of them had a big visor thing on his head. It was kind of silly. But whatever. Poe has a love interest, and you don't get to see her face for some reason, so whatever. Oh well. And there's a lot of fucking ghosts. Does anyone actually die in Star Wars? And a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings makes an appearance, so that's a thing. It's a shame that Rose and Hux didn't get more stuff to do in the film. Like, she's just like a helper, unfortunately. So that's kind of crappy. And Hux, like, he only has like 2 or 3 scenes that are pretty short-lived. Yeah, so that sucks. Because, you know, their presence in the last few films... well, she was only in the last one. He was in the last one and the one before it. But yeah, it's a shame we didn't get more of them because they're really good actors. But yeah, what about the hilarious questions that we have about the movie that the movie doesn't make clear, you know? Like, did the Emperor fuck when he was all hideous looking? Like, why does he need a bunch of Snoke clones? And why did he ever need apprentices back in the day if he could just make Snoke clones to do his bidding? Or is this like a new development? I don't know. You would think not, because I don't know. They don't make a lot of things clear. And then like the Emperor seemingly just shows up out of nowhere with a massive army that he's had this whole time. It's just sort of like, when did this happen? I guess it happened off screen, whatever. It just kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Like, and then the Emperor has like these mini emperors running around that do his bidding. You know, like, so where's the food on the Sith planet? I don't know. It looks like a barren wasteland with no way to get food or water or whatever, you know. What the fuck is the Emperor living off of? Maybe Sith Lord dudes don't need food, I guess. I don't know. Do many Sith Lord people of that planet know about light bulbs, or do they just rely on random bolts of green lightning to see stuff? Perhaps there's an Order 67 that explains all these mysteries. Like, I don't know, man. This is all way too funny. Also, what about all the Snoke questions about clones and stuff? Like, none of this is explained well in the film. And it's just sort of left up for us to think about and wonder, you know? Like, it's kind of lazy, but it's also kind of hilarious and perhaps maybe deeper than we think? I don't know. I'm getting Dark Souls lore vibes here, as in, like, is it all just mysterious, secretive, deep, and left up to interpretation? Or is it just bad and lazy? I don't know. Probably just bad and lazy. But I'll be honest with you guys. I mostly liked the film. It was fun. Very good acting from a lot of the actors. I was moved emotionally 3 or 4 times in the thing. Granted, the plots failed in a lot of ways, and things were very predictable, so that kind of killed it. But not completely. But yeah, it's just a shame that the writing had weak points compared to a few of the other better written Star Wars movies like Last Jedi or Strikes Back, which hit you with surprises and caught you off guard, you know. And yeah, like I said, it's a shame that this new movie was a bit predictable, but hey, it's not all bad. The acting did move me in certain moments, even moments from that silly golden robot C-3PO moved me a good bit. Almost teared up just a tad, just a little. The acting and emotion is totally there in this one, though, that's for sure. No sand that gets everywhere is in this movie. Like, it's kind of funny. The acting in these new Star Wars movies is way better than it was with Anakin Skywalker. I slaughtered them like animals. Not just the men, but the women and the children, too. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't think so. You're the Sith Lord. I would certainly like to. From my point of view, the Jedi are the evil ones. Like he said something like that. Like, my God. It's so bad, it's great. It kind of makes you like Star Wars. Star Wars can be so shitty that its shittiness passes through another dimension to a dimension where shitty is actually good. It's weird. But yeah, whatever. Now, to talk seriously here, though, I'm just a little annoyed with Star Wars because the Nazi bootlicker types have tried to adopt the Star Wars brand as their thing, just like they have with video games and the DC universe. Annoying that these fuckheads have come along. So because of them, whenever someone shits on Star Wars now, there seems to be the worry that that person shitting on Star Wars isn't just judging the film because they think they don't like it or whatever, but is actually a Nazi shitbag who just about hates everything. You can't take those negative silly boys seriously, okay? And I say boys because let's get real. 99% of them are childish males, all right? Come on. That's fucking real. The second they saw a black stormtrooper in the Force Awakens trailer was when these pricks showed who they really are. Okay? They can't stop bitching about how a female is the main character. The so-called Mary Sue crap started getting tossed around like it actually fucking means something, okay? Like, I can't wait to see these losers rage when female Thor and the Wasp from Ant-Man get huge roles in the MCU. They're probably going to fucking flip their shit when the Black Widow movie comes out or whatever. Maybe not. We'll see. Just depends on their moods, I guess. Yeah. Maybe if Sargon freaks out, they'll follow suit because, yeah, they all love that butterball for some dumb reason. Oh, yeah. Dumb reasons. That's the reason. Yeah. Typical racist and sexist garbage from these horrible people who are not reasonable at all. Like, now whenever we judge the films, we feel that we have to make it clear that we're not some mayonnaise boy, incel, salt-right chud shitbag, okay? These fuckers are always trying to ruin it for everyone, okay? You can't trust these alt-right cocksuckers, all right? Oh, well. They won't win, though. Yeah, sure, they can do some damage, but they won't ever win. Remember, there's more of us than there are of them. It's a fact. Speaking of salt-right and mayonnaise boy, incel, bro, flake shitbags, who better get their act together soon before they finally grow smart enough to realize that they are fuck-ups and might try to commit suicide as a result. Seriously, you guys, good luck with that. Seriously, good luck with that. I gotta say, though, like, could it kill you guys to be decent human beings for once? No, guys, okay? No. Not all women want to use you for your money, okay? Not all of the world is run by Jews, okay? Not all black people are violent, okay? I know this must be hard for a lot of you morons to understand, but what I'm saying are basic facts. Get a fucking clue, you Nazis, okay? You know what's annoying about talking about these pricks, or just talking to these pricks? I end up sounding like an asshole myself just for standing up to these dickheads, you know? Like, sadly, sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire, though, am I right? And like I said before, you can't make everyone happy, sadly, so do the next best thing. Make reasonable, nice folks happy, and let the Nazi types die mad. Fuck them. Sadly, this is the only way to go sometimes. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, I hope Bernie Sanders wins, and I hope Trump fucking loses. Hell, I kind of hope that anyone shits all over Trump, but especially Sanders. Sanders is the best choice, hands down. If you can't see that by now, you are behind. But it's unlikely that Bernie Sanders will win, given a lot of reasons, you know. The corporate structures don't like him at all, and they have a lot of power. But hey, you never know. I would honestly go down as a loser on the side of righteousness that at least tried to help make life better for everyone, including myself, rather than win on the side that doesn't give a flying fuck about me. Just saying, you know. A hollow victory is worse than losing, but still managing to break the enemy's nose at least, okay? Like, hollow victories are hollow. They're basically losses. They really are. If you win and feel like you don't have any reward for winning, that's a loss, dude. That's what that really is. It just feels like a victory, but in reality, you know goddamn well that it feels more like a loss. You ever win at something that is like so easy, or you should have won anyway, and you're just like, you weren't challenged. There was no risk. There was fucking nothing there. But if you lose, but go down swinging in a fucking fist fight, in a fucking rage, and you fucking show your enemies that you're not so easy, that you can fucking break their nose on the way out of the fight. Like, you might lose the fight, but you might, you know, fucking knock his teeth out. You know, go down swinging if you're going to go down, you know. Don't be a fucking weasel. Don't be a slimy little bitch ass. Don't be a worm tongue from Lord of the Rings, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But, whatever. Anyway, guys, holy shit, how long has this video been going? Over 2 hours. Fuck, it's going to be like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Shit. Check it out, though. I got my green Stratocaster all made up. Finally got it set. This is my original neck that I got back in 2004. It's a 2001. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it too good. But yeah, I painted the headstock all sparkly green and shit with a decal on there. I don't know if I'm waving it right. But yeah, this is badass. Maple neck, American Standard maple neck, 2001 model. Body is a 2002 refinished with Kelly green, really nice ceramic coat. It's like the highest end coat that you can put on a fucking guitar or a car or a gun or anything like that. Some sparkly knobs and shit, you know, green hardware everywhere, green everything, like a green reflective pick guard and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty badass. Yeah, I dig this fucking guitar. But, what was I saying? What else was I going to talk about? Oh, my neck. I need to get going to bed here. Yeah, so, man, this guitar is sweet. Maybe I can play some Hendrix. Oh. Pretty sweet. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of rusty. I'm not very good at guitar. I'm okay. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so now I'm gonna talk about personal shit. So regarding me and my real life and all that stuff. Yeah, you guys probably don't give a shit. So click off the video now. Now I'm just going to vent about personal crap that's happening with me. So yeah, things have been going pretty good for me. Business picked up big time earlier than usual. Typically in December is around the time that I get busy as fuck at work, but it got fucking busy as fuck in early November, you know? It's been a slog for the past, 2 months almost. Like, it's crazy. Like, these past few weeks, I've been working 12 hours a day or more, making roughly $500 to $1,000 a day, give or take. But sheesh, this year was fucked. I got busy as fuck early November. It's been a slog. I did make some serious cashish though, so good for me, I guess. Girlfriend seems happy. Family seems happy. I don't know. I've never been a big money kind of guy, so I'm lucky. I have a decent paying job and I don't have to take orders from some shit-faced asshole boss like I used to when I waited tables. But yeah, I'm pretty easy to satisfy. Give me a nice guitar, give me some fun games, make some goofy jokes. I'll watch a silly movie or a show, listen to some cool music, hang out with some pals. I'm good to go, you know? That's the kind of guy I am. And I love my pets, you know. But yeah, I'm not the kind of guy who needs to start a big family, get a nice big house, a bunch of badass cars, go on vacations around the world all the time, own a summer beach house or whatever. I really don't care much for the big, fancy, expensive lifestyle, you know. You know, the kind of shit that runs tens of thousands of dollars. But it's whatever, though. I've reached a point where I'm super satisfied with what I got in life. I got the instruments I want, the games I want. I'm doing pretty great for the most part. So, yeah, the world is fucked up. There's runaway capitalism. There's climate change in a very negative way. There's dipshit Nazi bootlickers out there, and some of them are on the rise, kind of. So that's a thing. And my fake-ass sorry excuse for a president, let alone rotten pumpkin, is annoying as fuck. That guy is, well, he's pretty funny. Don't get me wrong. He's unintentionally hilarious in a just plain weird as fuck sort of way. Just the other day, he was talking about Tom Cruise for some fucking reason. Jesus Christ. My guess is he's trying to relate to everyday folks, but it's just just stop, you fucking weirdo. You're a billionaire creeper. You can't relate to normal people. Come on. Get fucking real. But he's going to anyway because people are stupid and they'll buy that shit. Oh my god. So even though it makes me laugh, he is a dangerous fuck, and he's done some fucked up shit, and he's wasting our fucking time. He's complete shit. Unless you're a rich asshole, then shrimp is really good for you if you're a stupid rich dickweed. But, you know, It's kind of why we have Trump, actually. The rich do control a lot in this country and the world, so even though they're nuts and dumb as fuck, whatever. Whatever, though. Personally speaking, though, my own little world here is going great. It's the world around me that's on fire. So anyway, I want to talk about my job. I never complain about my job, and it's because it's a good job. I run a shop that makes around $120,000 to $150,000 a year with my brother. We got a good thing going on here. I monogram the crap out of all kinds of goofy shit for money, and it's a lot of work and long hours, but it's a fun job and it pays good, and 99% of my customers are really nice people, and it's a wonderful experience. I've gotten pretty good at it also, and I really dig it. And these have been like the best past like 5 years of my life, honestly. So that's cool. But I kind of want to complain about some customers just because fuck it anyway, right? This is my video and it's already at the 2.5 hour mark, 2 hours and 15 minutes right now. Jesus Christ! All right, so. Yeah, there's this horrible lady named Linda. Me and my brother, we call her the Juggalo. She had us do some logo or some shit, and it was like in Spanish, and it said like Wagos or something like that. But at first glance, it kind of looked like it said Juggalo, so that's just why we call her Juggalo. Not to her face, though. Oh my God, she looks like the kind of person that would fucking kill you if you pissed her off. She's like super serious all the time. Never jokes or smiles or laughs or anything. She's like Drax the Destroyer's ex or whatever, She's fucking, oh my God. Always complaining about the prices too. Always needing the work to be done as soon as possible. She's a fucking pain in the ass, man. And she's a lawyer who drives like a $60,000 fucking Cadillac vehicle or something like that. She's a cheap ass when it comes to $10 monograms and clothing alterations, but not when it comes to a fucking super badass car. What a fucking cunt. And anyway, I got this one guy named Johnny. The dude is a real fucking loser. I feel bad for him because he's totally got like ADHD, and he's the kind of guy who can't stay on the same subject matter of discussion for more than 30 seconds. Like the guy can never make up his fucking mind. He always complains about price too, and he shows up every week or so, I think, like just to spitball ideas and waste my fucking time, basically. Yeah, one time we had a dude with tattoos on his fingers, and I hate to stereotype, but the saying that people with finger tattoos suck is kind of true in this case. Oh my God. But yeah, the dude tried to scam us, so yeah, fuck him. So yeah, I get some shitbags and pain in the ass people from time to time. But, it's easy to sit here and talk shit about them and make fun of them. Maybe they deserve to be made fun of by me. But, maybe I should show some mercy, Perhaps they had really hard upbringings and that's why they're bitter, shitty people today. Some folks had to fight really hard for their positions on this chessboard known as life. So I can't really judge. Not fully. Maybe it depends on the person, but, I was just venting, that's all. I myself have been a pain in the ass once or twice for workers at a store. I'm sure of it, so, yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, yeah, Jimmy Stengel, good to hear from you. Message me anytime. I love chatting with you, bro. You're the coolest. Eric Lee, I just got around to checking my email and I got your message. Yeah, man, I've been to Bangkok too, bro. Saw this big-ass fucking monitor lizard on the side of the riverbank. Freaked the fuck out and jumped into the water. Scary as shit. I've never seen such a big-ass lizard. It was nuts. Not in the wild, anyway. I've seen Komodo dragons, of course, at the zoo, but that was nuts. That big-ass... I forget what type of monitor lizard they call that one. It's some kind of water monitor, I know that. Some kind of big-ass, I think it's like the largest type of water monitor on the planet. I'm not sure, but it was huge. Anyway, yeah, rode some big ass elephants. Holy shit, the humidity in Bangkok is a motherfucker, right? Like, I live in Texas, San Antonio, and the humidity here is pretty bad sometimes, but fuck, in Thailand, that place felt like it was a different world, you know? It was weird. It's an experience. I mean, I got off the fucking plane and immediately was like, oh, is gravity, like, stronger here? You know, like, anyway, anyone who hasn't gone to Thailand, though, needs to go. Fucking amazing, beautiful place. The jade temples were pretty sick, too. I think it was the jade Buddha statue that we saw, or whatever. Pretty cool. And they don't allow you to bring cameras in there or some shit. I can't remember. It was like 2002 when I went, you know. Great fucking year, by the way. Just watch out for the salesmen. They're really friendly, but they'll overcrowd you. And if you start acting like a cash dispensing machine, they'll never leave you alone at that point. But yeah, Eric, I caught a Chinese water dragon with my bare hands once there. Snuck up on his ass and grabbed him. It was the coolest shit ever. I got a picture. Maybe I can find it and I'll show you. Since you gave me your number, I'll text it to you sometime if I find it. But yeah, man, it sucks, dude. I found Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes or whatever, right, on my modded Super Nintendo Mini. But guess what, bro? It fucking crashes every time I try to load it. The fucker won't work. Yeah, and there's another one that's like themed after the blue vampire guy. What's his name? The wizard guy, Magus, or I can't remember. Oh, it's late. I'm sorry. But yeah, I should really just fucking find this shit on PC somewhere and play it that way, like I did with that another Metroid 2 remake game. And yeah, sorry about your motion sickness, Eric. Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm no good on airplanes either, bro. Fucking, I get bad headaches, dude. I'm like the bad guy from Die Hard 3. I get shitty fucking headaches, you know, that, like, it's pretty bad. Like, sometimes I'll get 3 of them in 1 week, you know, and they like last like all day, and it just puts me in a real shit mood, you know, like I just feel tired, you know. And I've tried a lot of stuff to help prevent it and slow it down, but I can never fully get rid of the shit. Painkillers, drink more water, eat healthier, get more exercise, get better sleep. I do all that stuff, and it doesn't seem to fully stop the headaches, you know. Oh well. It's not the worst thing in the world, and I've learned to deal with it. Everyone has their health issues, am I right? Sadly, they only seem to get worse with age. That's life, though, ain't it? You know, like, the older you get, the smarter you get, which is nice, but sadly, your body falls to shit eventually. Then one day you get so fucking old that your mind starts falling to shit, too. And I'm sorry, this is really negative sounding, right? But yeah, it could be worse. And many older folks are actually really sharp as fuck. You know, look at Bernie Sanders, for example. That guy's sharp as a tack, and he's almost 80 years old. So things might not turn out so bad for you. You never know. So, you know, just hang in there. Like I'm always saying, you know, life can always be a lot worse. And there's plenty of awesome things in life to live for. So, you know, just keep on keeping on, you know. What else did I want to talk about? I've been playing the Resident Evil 2 remaster thing. It's pretty good. I totally recommend players jump straight into the hardcore mode. It plays very similar to the original game that way, where you have to like use ink ribbons and try not to waste them too much. They really created the urge to survive and a high fear of fucking up or falling for enemy traps and stuff like that. So, like, I think that's the best way to play the game. It can be kind of frustrating, but like you really feel on edge, you know, like you really feel worried to venture out into the game world and solve puzzles and collect items, but at the same time you're fucking scared to do it because you can't afford to get hurt, you can't afford to get killed, you can't afford to lose your save progress. You know? So, brought back a lot of memories of the older Resident Evil games. Really good remaster, honestly, though. If you like Resident Evil or horror games or just any game that puts you on edge and makes you feel out of your comfort zone, yeah, this one's a great single-player title. Try to pick up the bonus edition or whatever it's called and find this game full edition for under like $50. That's what I did. I think I paid, I don't know, was it like 20 or $30 for the Resident Evil 2 remaster? I think I got a really good deal on it. I can't remember. I saw that a lot of people are impressed with what do you call it? Resident Evil 2's remake. What's his name? Jim Sterling really liked it. It was in his like top 5 best games of the year list. So that's cool. But yeah, since a lot of people are enjoying it, a lot of people are calling for a Dino Crisis remaster. And yeah, that would be really cool, I think. They wouldn't have to change too much. And if they made it play a lot like Resident Evil 2's remaster, yeah, I'll be fucking down. That'd be badass. And we could use a really good-looking, cool dinosaur game with today's visual effects, you know? Make it look really realistic. That would be awesome. Because honestly, there's not that many good video games that have dinosaurs. I think we need more, so that would be cool if they did that. And I made a funny joke. I said that they should also make a version of Dino Crisis Remastered for Ben Shapiro, but they should call it Gino Crisis. You guys hear about that? Apparently Ben Shapiro calls Jews that voted for Obama Ginos. That's what he calls these Jews. He calls them Ginos, short for Jews in name only. He's basically saying that you're a fake Jew. You're not a real Jew if you're a Jew that's voted Democratic, basically. So I think they should make a game for him called Gino Crisis, where you play as Ben Shapiro and he gets attacked by Ginos. Does his racist bitch ass even play fucking video games? I wonder. Probably not. He's probably too fucking lame like that. Probably doesn't dig them. Probably doesn't appreciate the art of the games. Probably not even one bit. Which is funny because he has the voice of a fucking nerdy sounding loser. But whatever. He's a piece of shit. Also, I've been meaning to play that Shadow of Colossus remaster. I heard it's very well done. I played it for like 10 minutes. Amazing game visually. Like, for a PS2 game, they made it look really fucking good in this remaster. So, yeah, can't wait to play that one. And I played a lot of Secret of Mana remastered. Not a big fan of the... I didn't play it that much. I've only played it for about 2 hours so far, but not a big fan of the animation, and the voice acting is clearly super lazy, like to the point where it's just there to be there. No extra effort. But I feel the combat is a nice and nicely done. I think it feels a little better than the original for the most part, so I dig that. And yeah, they redid the music, and it's pretty good. I know a lot of folks were pretty hard on this remaster, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's worth about $20 if you can find it around that price. So yeah, Secret of Mana remaster, if you can find it cheap, yeah, why not? Fuck it. As for the future, my top games of 2020 are Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and Cyberpunk. That's what I think. One of those is going to get Game of the Year. That's what I honestly think. And there's also Doom Eternal, but it'll just be a fun, action-packed thrill ride. I don't think it's going to be a game changer. You know, it'll just be a rare, good shooter in our now sea of dog shit shooting games. Because let's get real, shooting games today are fucked, basically. Halo's down the shitter, Gears is down the shitter, Rainbow Six is down the shitter, Ghost Recon is down the shitter. The other Tom Clancy one is down the shitter. Future Soldier or whatever they call it. Splinter Cell is down the shitter. Medal of Honor is down the shitter. Call of Duty is down the shitter. Battlefront is down the shitter. Battlefield is down the shitter. Destiny is down the shitter. The Division is down the shitter. Did I say Halo is down the shitter? I did, right? So many shooters are down the shitter. Doom is the only new shooter. Well, it's not really new. It's just sort of back. But you know what I mean. I think Doom Eternal will be okay. We'll see, though. But, yeah, as I was saying, Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and Cyberpunk. One of those three, I bet you, is going to get Game of the Year for 2020. Last of Us 2 seems like it's shaping up to be real nice. It doesn't seem to have wallet rape horse shit like the first game. The first game eventually adopted some wallet rape crap, so that sucks. It didn't at first, apparently, but then it did later, so... Yay! Hopefully Last of Us 2 doesn't pull some horse shit like that. But I heard Last of Us 2 doesn't even have multiplayer. It's just a completely single-player experience, so odds are the wallet rape won't be that bad if there is going to be any at all. So that's cool. It doesn't look like the wallet rape will be all too shabby. And the story looks like it's aiming to be super rich and deep, which sounds good. I hope Last of Us 2 is a success. Cyberpunk is coming from the Witcher 3 guys, so I'm sure they'll do a good job and not wallet rape us, so that's probably going to be a good game. Hopefully a great one. We'll see. There's the Final Fantasy VII remaster, and it looks amazing visually, and I heard the music for this game is coming along very well, so that's good. I did hear that they are pulling some horse shit with this game, financially speaking, so I'll be surprised if they do a good job on this one. So I bet you they'll fuck up Final Fantasy VII's remake in certain ways, but they'll succeed in other ways. So I don't have that much faith for Final Fantasy VII's remaster, but Cyberpunk and Last of Us 2, those are my two big games of next year that I'll be focusing on. Oh, and then there's the Resident Evil 3 remake that I'm sure will be pretty boss too. So, cool. But yeah, Square isn't the company they used to be, sadly, you know. Back in the day, they killed it with Final Fantasy 6 through 10, Mario RPG, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, Chrono fucking Trigger, Chrono Cross. Holy shit. The list goes on, you know. Like, great work, Squaresoft. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. But today, they're kind of trash with Square Enix, but not all is lost. You know, they helped put out that Nier Automata game, or whatever it's called. It's a weird fucking game, but it's not bad, actually. It's a pretty cool game, so, you know, maybe Square Enix isn't completely shit. Maybe we'll see something good come out of them in the near future. I hope. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys have a happy new year and all that good shit. It's good stuff, y'all. Remember to stay positive. I know the world is mostly a shit place, but there's always a few good reasons to live on and enjoy life. And those few things are all you really need, you know? I mean, yeah. So I'll catch you later, fellas. Oh yeah, and I recorded this video this way because, like I said, my old recording stuff is getting old and isn't working very good. Piece of shit. So, oh well, this is probably a better way for you guys to hear me verbally anyway. So, kind of, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not used to it. So, sorry for another shit video, but that's how it goes here on channel shit. And also remember that I'm probably wrong about one or two things that I've said in this video, maybe more if you want to be kind of a nitpicky bitch ass, but whatever. No one's perfect. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say, and cool deal. Oh, and there's this YouTuber named Steve Shives. Check him out. Really nice guy, really cool guy. I really like this dude. His content is fucking badass. He's a fucking boss, man. Steve Shives is cool. So, yeah, go check him out. And I'll also watch the Majority Report. Like, even if you're not into politics, people in power do some stupid and fucking hilarious shit, and Majority Report is always talking about it. So, yeah, check them out, you know. Yeah, and it was funny. I was watching a stream with Maggie May Fish. She was playing Super Mario RPG. That woman is fucking hilarious. Like, they got to the part where Bowser starts crying and he falls to his death because the chandelier breaks, right? And he falls, you know, and uh, he's crying and shit, and he falls, you know, and it's all, you know, and Mario turns to the camera and does a little peace sign, you know, and Maggie May, she's all like, Jesus Christ, Mario, have some tact. A guy just fucking died. Yeah, like, now's not exactly the time to be making a fucking selfie. Like, that lady's hilarious. Yeah, check her out, Maggie May Fish. She does really good video essays. And Renegade Cut, Leon over there, Leon Thomas. That dude is too fucking smart. He knows his shit really well. Yeah, that guy's awesome. So yeah, go check out those BreadTubey people I just mentioned. All right, I'll catch you guys later. The next time I do one of these long-ass videos, probably in a month or two. I don't know. See you later.